I'm so sorry for all of the chaos and confusion that this has caused. I have had kind of a cluster of a day. So, bottom line, I have been trying to get into my StreamYard. StreamYard's the platform I use where it allows me to go live on YouTube and Facebook. I use it week in, week out. And I've used it on my phone, I've used it on my laptop, I've used it on my desktop, and it always works well. Almost always. Sometimes I am at fault where I don't like the settings correctly, but most of the time it works. So I had it set, I just went it on, and it simply isn't working. It's not working on my phone, it's not working on my laptop, it's not working on my desktop, so StreamYard might be having like user issues. I didn't know that was going to happen because I don't set it up the same day. I set it up ahead of time so that it's easy. And so I just go on and it's not there. So I'm really sorry for anyone that is having like their plans messed up because of this. I sincerely apologize. I have to laugh though because today was the day I was super excited. I was finally going to have like my my first back without my kids home, and like we won't have interruptions and this is going to be great. And then guess what? Literally half an hour before their school ends, or well, literally half an hour before their half, they changed today from a full day of school to a half day. And so I feel stressed about that. And I work for myself and I don't have a boss to coordinate with, and I live very close to the school. But they changed it from a full day to a half day today, which they did yesterday, but they did it before the school day started. So people had half an hour to go get their kids. Very chaotic, very unplanned, and not my favorite thing in the world. So I'm really sorry, but it kind of fits the day I'm having. So I do not have a full day. I do not have peace at home, and I am happy to finally join the live. So I see Angelo says hello, hello. Hi, Harold. Hope you're doing well. Zachary wants to know, what is the need to get on here and expose your life? Well, Zachary, I might want to ask you, why are you on YouTube to watch people expose their life? I like sharing. Apparently you like obeying or you like trolling. I'm not sure. But I think that fasting has really changed my life, and that's why I like to share it. So it's not a matter of me thinking that Zach needs to see this, but it's a matter of me wanting to share with those that find it helpful. Apparently going live in the middle of the day on shorts is very different than on my channel. Angela says, hope all is well. Fasting's like pimping. It ain't easy, but it sure is fun. Never done that, but I do enjoy fasting. I enjoy your take on it. Hi, Ken. Saludos in Brazil. I probably said that horribly, but same to you. Okay. I am the opposite of cute. Well, thank you very much. I don't really care. I can dab too. Hello, Alicia. I fast breakfast and lunch, solid dinner 7 days a week. Sounds pretty much like me. Okay, I'm paid to find live. Okay. What makes me want to be a YouTuber? Well, I am a YouTuber because I enjoy working and producing things, and I quit my job to be a stay-at-home mom, and YouTube helped me to bridge that gap, and then also I can share what I'm passionate about, but still be a stay-at-home mom. Hello, good night. It's a good night for you. Let's see. Hi, Swati. Small toe and big toe. I find it hard to fast. I do think that it can be really hard at the beginning. So the transition is not pleasant. I would never pretend that it is. You have to, there's something to be fat adapted. Once you become fat adapted and your body is metabolically flexible, it's much easier, but it is hard to get to that point. And if you keep starting over, you're never going to get to that point. If you do it for a few days, you decide it sucks, and then you stop, you're never going to reach that point where your body is metabolically flexible. So that is a difference. But I do think it's hard at first. You're completely shifting from eating all day long, or I was, to eating in a small eating window. But once you hit that flexibility point, it's much more enjoyable. I don't find myself like hungry all day. Brandon says that's why I call it breakfast, break fasting. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna ignore all of the ridiculous comments. So if I miss yours, trying to ignore ridiculous ones, I'm sorry. Hi, Jack. Intermittent fasting is not recommended if you're not an adult. I do think that's important to point out. I have 3 children. Hello in New York City. Cannot wait to visit your city someday. During the night, you start fasting the process. That's why I call it breakfast. I agree. Let's see. Karen says, breaking my update. Homemade sub in a tub. Will ask after. Yummy. That sounds amazing. Okay. I'm not going to answer more about my kids. That seems inappropriate right now. Oh my Lord. Going live on Vertical is a different ball game. A lot more people are on. Free to Moon says, what do you do for discipline and daily motivation? I actually really struggling with discipline. Could you help me with that? I'm really sick of this downfall. So I do think that motivation and discipline are really important parts of intermittent fasting. For me, my big motivation was comparing the lifestyle eating. I really hated dieting. I could lose weight and I could do it for a short amount of time, but I would burn out. And I knew that about myself. So then my motivation, I could lose the dieting if I stuck with fasting. And every single day I enjoyed my eating window and then I looked forward to the next one. That is also what Kevin was focusing on. Hey, I can find the joy if I allow myself to eat in a shorter eating window. I can still enjoy eating. I can make room for all the foods. I can do that if I'm disciplined in the fast. So that was my motivation. And then the success kept me disciplined. And that's what keeps me disciplined. Now I don't even have to convince myself to do it. I just enjoy it. But I think it's easier to make habits change that are enjoyable. I video on this. It was concepts from, oh my gosh, can I not think of it? Atomic Habits, talking about changes easier when you enjoy it. I can't remember if that video has gone out yet or not. I do think that having an eating window that I really enjoy is a huge part of my success because I don't have to convince myself to get to an eating window I enjoy. I really enjoy it, and then I look forward to doing the next one. That's my motivation and how I get to stick to the discipline of it. Okay, how long till you hit that place where it's easy? Well, I think it probably really depends on everyone. I just jumped in, so I didn't have like a weird transition of, learn to do a 14-hour fast and then a 16-hour fast and a 10-hour fast. I was just like, screw it, I'm just going to start with 18 hours. And I like immediately did it and it felt awful. I think for about 2 weeks in though, I was in a pace. I don't remember exactly because it was over 4 years ago. And at first, this is a regret of mine, it wasn't something that I planned to share with the world because I've lost weight, gained weight so many times. It wasn't like something I ever really talked about or ever felt like it was something I'd want to share. It was more of like a shameful thing. So I thought fasting would be like just another round of Weight Watchers or diet bets or whatever. So the fact that I did it and then I started wanting to share it because of how much I liked it, I wish I would have like journaled more or kept more notes or recorded more early on. But I think it took about 2 weeks before I felt like much better and I wasn't getting headaches every day and I felt like I was hitting a good stride. Howdy, Albert. Let's see. I'm married. I eat 2 meals a day. That's certainly an option on fasting. You can skip a meal. You can have longer fast. You can have shorter fast with longer eating windows. Definitely important for people to find what works for them. Brandon's got a sub. Yay. That's actually, subs sound so good to me. Unless you're talking about subscribe. Love your channel. Subscribed and went from 252 after 2 kids to currently 218. It's true. I'm less hungry. Yay. Well, I'm really glad you're finding success and that you're sounds like feeling good. The fact that you're less hungry. So I hope you're really doing well. I'm not getting pics on here. I don't know why people jump in and do that every single video. Thank you very much. Love from India. Thank you for the comments. In Iceland. So Karen asks, I'm so glad you brought this up. Community fast next week, starting this Sunday or the week after. First of all, I apologize to anyone that this disrupts, but we are based on, I had mentioned last week, I'm going to let majority decide. It wasn't even close. Most people wanted to push it to the 8th. I will say, however, and I will announce this on the community tab, if you want, you can still do it on the first. Sure, there are others that 20 or 25% that voted to keep it, you guys could still do it on that day. You could do it then, and then others in the later. I think that is perfectly acceptable. And even a group of 2 is, you're doing it with someone in community. So I'm going to encourage that if you wanted to keep it on the first through first, second, third, fourth, then you could do that and have kind of like a subset. And remember, we do them every 3 months. So if you don't join them, there's an opportunity to later. Let's see. Briella says, do you have a makeup routine? Can you show me now? Routine is very simple. And I plan to, and I get ready with me question and answer, like get ready. And I kind of talk about it then. Not now. I don't use like super expensive things though. Please, guys, let's not turn this into a war discussion. Let's see. How is fasting healthy? Well, for me, it helps me to have barriers as far as how much I'm eating. It helps me to give my digestion rest. I feel so much better as a faster than when I ate all day, every day. I've lost weight. I maintain my weight loss. My blood results continue to improve. I have, from the blood results, I know show signs of fatty liver. I have gotten rid of like a toenail fungus that I had for a decade, disappeared on its own. I've had so many health improvements from fasting. And even if I don't have a perfect diet, which anyone that watches my videos loves to tell me I have a perfect diet, I still find a lot of benefits from not eating all day and from fasting and autophagy and cell renewal and giving my body the rest. So that is what I do. And I found a lot of benefits from it, and I have as well. Let's see. I already talked about how long it's hard before it gets easy, but it does vary person to person. Jana only fasts 16 hours a day. I think 100% that is something to do. But everyone has to find what works for them. I'm sorry, I'm distracted by other messages. Oh my Lord. I am sorry, I'm trying to get through these and find fasting related ones. Becky, thanks for helping so many people. Fasting helped me lose all the weight I needed. Watching you keeps me on track. You're my maintenance helper. OMAD for life. Yay. Well, I'm glad we're in this together. Let's see. Based on what you said, means you couldn't eat carnivore unless you have health issues. Well, first of all, I'm not here to give anyone like nutrition advice and tell them what to eat. I personally couldn't sustain carnivore only eating. I did lose an additional 10 pounds doing keto for a month, and most of it did come back when I'm not doing keto. But my goal isn't to lose as much weight as possible. I am happy to like find a balance in how much weight I lost and also eating foods I enjoy because I can sustain that. And then over time, if things like, I used to love prepackaged cakes like oatmeal, cream pies, or Little Debbie's. I don't like that stuff anymore. It's easy to not eat it when I don't like it anymore. I'm fine with my like taste changing without it being a rule, and I can sustain that. But I couldn't sustain carnivore because I'd be missing out on so much other stuff. That doesn't mean other people. It's just not for me. God bless you too, Free to Moon. Wow, right now pizza's doing a 168-hour fast. I've never done it, so I wish you the best of luck. Well, I feel like I did elaborate as much as I can. Like, I would 100% read like Obesity Code, Fast Repeat. There's even the Fast Diet. It's about alternate day fasting, but they all go into like science of fasting being good for you. They're going to articulate it much better than I can, but I've found many benefits from it. Autophagy, giving your body rest, and not eating all day are like high-level explanations of the things that are good for you, but I'm certainly not a scientist to give you a good breakdown live. But there's a lot of great information to read out there. Fam says, I eat 2 meals a day. I break my fasting at 2 p.m. and close it at 9. I think that's awesome. I think it's wonderful that people can have schedules like that. For me personally, if I did that every day, I could still eat too much, and a smaller eating window works for me. But the great thing is like what works for PPF fam and what works for me things, but that's the magic of fasting is like your preferences works for you and your abilities can still find success in fasting. You just have to find what that is. Like some people love alternate day fasting. Some people can't stand it. Like I like to incorporate it into my schedule, but I actually enjoy it. People don't find any joy in it. So you can try different things and find what works for you. Oh my goodness. I feel like these questions like keep going. Oh my Lord. Or like I keep seeing the same one over and over. Is it better? Jana says, better to skip dinner. My last meal usually at 3:30. I don't feel like there's like a better. So for me personally, I like to eat with my family. I like to feel pretty closer to when I go to bed. And then I also like to know that I have my note to look forward to. So I like to eat dinner. But that doesn't mean it's the same thing for you. I think you have to find out what works well for you, what works well for your life, and make that work. Thinking Man asks, can I eat a lot and still fast? Absolutely you can. Will you find success doing that? I don't know. That's something I think is what you have to play around with. My one meal a day is usually pretty hefty, and I do eat quite a bit. I don't have like small portions. I've always ate large portions though, so even when I wasn't fasting, I ate a large dinner and I ate breakfast, lunch, and snacks in between. So me eating a large dinner still is less than me eating all day, if that makes sense. Yes, I lost a lot of fat fasting. Asking if, hi, Jolly, can I eat 5 meals a day and still fast? Well, you sleep at some point, so that's still a fast. Will you find success? I have no idea. It doesn't seem likely to me. Jana, thank you so much. Thinking Man has lots of interesting questions. K. Callie, your toe fungus disappeared. I hate saying that one because that's admitting to toe fungus, but you know what? I am super glad that it's gone, and it is only thanks to fasting. Oh, thank you, Jana. You're too nice. Currently, Jasmine's currently doing 24 intermittent fasting. Hope I'm able to lose some weight. Honestly, I wish you the best of luck. I think 24 is a great schedule. 4 hours is a great eating window. Gives you a lot of time for variety. You can have dinner and then a snack or wine or whatever your life wants to include. There's a lot of room in that. And 20 hours is still a really good fast. So I'm cheering for you, Jasmine. Come back and let us know. Okay, guys, I know this is like not a super long fast, or excuse me, a super long live, but with everyone here and I always have doctor appointments, I'm gonna have to get off here, but I know there's a lot of questions still, so going live vertically, it's much more challenging, and there's a lot of people. How much weight did you lose from intermittent fasting, and how long did it take to get to my happy weight? This will be my last question. It took me 5 months to lose. I lost like 40 pounds. The end of it, wait, did I try keto or was that a year later? I lost, it depends on where I am. Like, I don't weigh myself daily, 35 and 40 pounds. And it took me only 5 months. And then I've done other weird things like 5-day fast or keto for a month where I will drop below the maximum that I've lost, but it doesn't stay off unless I do things extreme. So I don't do things extreme on the regular, more experimental. So right in the 35 to 40 pounds. And I hate saying that it took me only 5 months because that's not the case for everyone. So just because you may not lose weight that quickly doesn't mean it couldn't be a success for you. But I hope you guys, David asked if I'm fasting. Yes, I'm fasting right now. I'm like, I don't know, 20 hours in or so. But I hope you guys have a great week. Sorry this is such a crummy live. I don't know what was up with StreamYard, but maybe I'll do another vertical live, hoping to catch more people later. I'm really sorry again that it was crummy, but I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you hopefully for a normal live next Wednesday at 1:30.